Here. Hey, everybody, how are you today? Welcome to the show today. Stock Markets with Bruce. It's Uncle Bruce here. This is Thursday, January the 19th, 2023. Nice to have you in the house. Coming to you live from Palm Desert, California, where we're trying to determine in plain English just what the heck is going on and how to help maximize returns for you guys by writing options on stocks you have or on deep in the money calls you've got. It's been an interesting week, hasn't it? Wow. First Monday was a holiday, Martin Luther King Day, then Tuesday, Wednesday, now Thursday. Tuesday lost 391 points. Yesterday lost 600 and something points. And now we're off 289 in the pre-market with an hour to go before we open up. So what's going on? Well, the talk is now turning to the debt ceiling thing in Congress. That's going to dominate going forward for weeks. This is weeks. We're talking about the possibility of higher rates. The next federal meeting is in 12 days or 13 days. So 2 weeks from roughly from now, we're going to be in the middle of the what's the interest rate thing going to be? So that's coming up. We're talking about slower sales during the Christmas season. We're talking about the possibility of a slower economy in the U.S. We're talking about Ukraine and problems over there. We're talking about China and its internal problems, the real estate market in China, which is an absolute mess, the Chinese COVID case counts, which have exploded, the death rates, which are now completely unreliable to trust from these guys. And there's this so-called talk about, China's reopening, it's going to be great for business. And it might not be great for business. Oil is down 28 cents this morning at 79.20. We're back under $80 a barrel. And I just do not see a phenomenal economy in front of us about to explode. I don't see that. I see an economy that's sluggish. We've gotten over that first sort of wave of opening, the reopening wave, that whole thing. That was the inflation wave last year. That's where it all started with supply issues. Now we're running into the second wave of problems. And the second wave of problems is where, certain things are needed, certain things are not so much needed, like computer chips. Last year, computer chips are needed by everybody. This year, everyone's got computer chips. We all have them. The Biden administration is, they made their move last year to fund the chip business and try to create jobs and factories in the U.S. to make chips. And with the war in Ukraine, the focus again on the U.S. Government is we should be making our own chips in the United States and not making them overseas. Might be a good thing for national security to kind of do this ourselves, especially the really high-end ones, very sophisticated, powerful chips that can, deliver a missile within 1 foot of its target from 1,500 miles away. All this kind of stuff. By the way, did you notice that Russia used a missile the other day to crash into an apartment complex in Kyiv? Then that the missile they used was fired from a bomber in the air 220 miles away. And the missile they used was designed to blow up aircraft carriers and destroyers at sea. That's what they're using now to fire at apartment buildings in Kyiv. That's how desperate the Russians are. They're now using missiles that have no use in a land war of any kind. And they're using them against civilian targets, large buildings in Kyiv, to terrorize the population. And India supports them. South Africa supports them. China supports them. And I ask you, why are we buying their stuff? Why are we trading with these governments, these people, these entities? Why are we even doing that? It's amazing who's friends with who, right? It's like, you're a friend with so-and-so? You're friends with those guys? Interesting. I would If you have a little black book, you may want to make note of that. Note to self: China, India, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, and other countries are supporting these guys that use these kinds of missiles to knock down apartment buildings in residential areas in Kyiv. I'm going to note. I'm going to keep that for my note so I don't forget. I'll just tuck that back in there. Let's get back to that. Okay. So with all that going on, the defense business in the United States is booming. If you're into the anti-personnel carrier business, which Canada is, Canada produces Canada produces personnel carrier, not anti-personnel carrier, personnel carriers, troop carriers. These are like heavy duty vehicles with really big fat tires that don't have tank turrets on them. They just move soldiers around safely, and you can shoot a gun at it and it just bounces off the outside. Well, a whole bunch of those are heading to Poland and heading over to Ukraine, courtesy of the Canadian people. The Americans have now announced they're going to do it. Polish army, they're shipping German-made tanks to Ukraine. Berlin is going, we're not so sure you should do that. And the Poles are going, what are you waiting for? Another cruise missile designed to take out a warship to hit another apartment block in Kyiv? Or are you waiting for Poland to get hit by one of these things? Because these guys are out of control. And then they're threatening nuclear weapons on top of that. I mean, if you don't surrender now, we're going to start throwing other kinds of bombs at you. I mean, it's just incredible. 2023. This is the world we live in 2023. It was just as stupid in 1910, 1915. It's just as idiotic in 1940 to 45. And now we're in 2023 and we're just as stupid as we were then. It is incredible how dumb the human race is sometimes. But you guys can make money. And there's the bottom line. You're either going to work at a McDonald's, a Starbucks, a Walmart, for Amazon in a warehouse, somebody's plumbing business, working as an accountant somewhere. You're going to do software for somebody, whatever other job you have out there, or you could be self-employed and you could be relatively well off and not get caught up in Monday to Friday politics at the office and hope that you're going to get a 5% raise this year and hope that in your department you won't be one of the laid off people. This option writing thing has been a freedom maker. And yesterday we got it front and center when one of our viewers said, I got let go. I got let go by Amazon. I was told, sayonara, pal, you're out of here. And they're handing me a check to walk out the door. And guess what? I'm going to buy more deep in the money calls with that money. And I'm going to write calls against those calls to bring in the money that I used to get for my job. Oh, freedom or what? On top of what you have already. This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. I tell you guys, there are some out there who are going to really benefit from this layoff thing that we heard from Microsoft and others. But then there are those, unfortunately, 90+% of the people who are getting let go. They're going to get some kind of a 2-week, 4-week, I don't know what severance, I don't know what it is. And they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble and they're going to be scrambling, and they're not aware of this channel. They're not aware of the viewers of this channel. They are not aware of what can be done with your portfolio, as viewers of this channel are aware of what can be done with your portfolio to make you money. And unfortunately, these people are going to run out of cash, and there's going to be, sad stories of people in line at food lines, food bank lines and all that stuff. But you can't solve the world's problems yourself. You have to take care of your problems. You have to take care of your economic situation. And the good news is you can and you will. And as an option writer, you're going to haul in dough from a market that is just drowning in it. And you're going to take little snippets of money out of that market for your own usage. And whether it's to just build the account size you have, build your retirement savings, or knock off bills, and or take over your day job and basically allow you to say goodbye to your employees, your fellow employers, or whatever, and be self-employed as an asset manager. And now you have another freedom that you've never had before. That's called time and money to decide what to do with yourself. And this is going to be an issue for some of you guys. Some of you guys are just not are not prepared. You're certainly not. You haven't psyched yourself up for this, but it's coming your way quicker than you think. Some of you are going to be in a position to be able to walk away from your job in the next 3 months, 6 months. There's no doubt in my mind. It's already happening to a bunch of my viewers here. And a number of you are going to go, wow, I don't know what to do. I've been working for 20 years. I'm institutionalized, as Red said in Shawshank Redemption. I'm totally institutionalized. I've never been a free man before. A lot of you are going to be let out of jail for the first time, out of work jail. And you're going to find it a little difficult to adjust to. Impossible? No. Frustrating? Not really. Terrible? No. Good? Yes. You're not going to recognize good is good because you're going to feel guilty not going to work. It's kind of like, I don't know if you remember when you were young. I remember when I didn't go to high school anymore. My last year of high school was done. And now I started to go to college. And my high school was a block away from where I lived. And so in the morning, I'd get in the car to go to college, and I'd have to drive by my old high school. And there were kids there that I knew, one grade behind me, 2 grades behind. They were now the seniors, and I knew the teachers in there. And I'm going, I'm not going there anymore. I felt kind of guilty and also kind of weird about it because I felt like shouldn't I be going there? Of course, after a few months of college, you realize, well, no, I'm here now. This is my new normal. And that's what's going to happen to you as option writers. There's a new normal coming your way. And for some of you right now, the new normal is just making a few extra bucks. For others of you, I made a few extra bucks a few months ago. Now I'm making some decent dough here. And others of you are like, I'm beyond that. We are hauling in cash here that really is making my spouse and I, we are reflecting on our futures now. We're reflecting on today, next month, next year, and we are figuring out very quickly another new normal is coming our way very quickly. And we had never thought, and we didn't think for another 10, 15 years we had to think about another new normal. We figured we just had to keep working and working and working, get the kids raised and get them out, and be empty nesters and all. But we didn't think this would be happening. And what is this? Complete economic freedom from other sources, where you don't have to kowtow someone else's wishes anymore. You can now be your own person. You are your own boss. You decide how to handle your affairs and your financial affairs. You're no longer dominated by your supervisor, regional manager, quota systems, the crap that you have had to succumb to, that you've forgotten. You have not, when you quit, when you walk away, it is then you realize how controlled everything is around you and how dominated you have been for decades, and how you have succumbed to that normal lifestyle, which was a barely middle-class lifestyle. You have been ground down. All those dreams and aspirations you had as a kid are long gone. Your early work years, you thought full of vim and vinegar. You thought it would be great. And by the time you hit your 30s and 40s, you realize this is my fate. This is my life for the rest of my life. And a lot of you who are female you can relate to this absolutely instantaneously. My female viewers know this, absolutely know this, how they have been locked in to a certain job, career path, pattern of life. Maybe you like it, maybe you tolerate it, maybe you hate it, maybe some is nice, some is not so nice, but you really have no choice. You have to do what you have been doing. And in effect, you're not in control of your future, because one stroke of a pen, one key stroke at head office, and 50 people in your company are laid off, and you're one of them. And you have no idea when that comes and how and what. And then you don't know what you're getting, if you get anything, to get out. And this option writing scenario here can give you certainty of your finances. You're in total control of your finances, and you're the one who writes contracts when you see fit. You're the one who takes profits as you wish. You're the one who does the rollovers. You're the one in control, and you quickly realize that this is easier than what I've been doing for 20 plus years, and way more lucrative than I could have ever imagined. And this is the other awareness coming around the corner now. Many of you are finding out that you're dealing with money, more money than you've ever dealt with before. And you have to make bigger money decisions every month or two. You have to make a bigger decision, because you have more contracts. You have more shares. You can write more options. And you now realize, yeah, I used to write 5 at a time. And, $3 a contract, I'd bring in $1,500, 5 times $300. Now I'm writing 50 contracts. That's $15,000 coming in every time I do this. I'm now making $15,000 personal money decisions of $15,000. I didn't get paid that much money every 2 weeks. I'm dealing with a whole lot more money more often. And a lot of that is my money. Wow. I'm making more money writing options in my house than my boss is making at the office right now, where I used to work. I am making more money than that boss's boss is making. I am making more money than the owner of the company that I used to work for, because the company was just struggling along, and the owner's making 150,000 a year, and I'm making more than that person by far, and it's still growing, and it will continue to grow out. This is the realization that a number of you are getting as you keep writing and writing. There are, as I've said before, millions of people out there in North America, Europe, Asia, who have no idea that they actually have more assets under their control in various things, whether it's a real estate asset or more than one real estate asset, or it's investment assets, what have you, that if they were to reorganize their portfolios a little bit, they could become option writers. And then they would haul in more money on a monthly and yearly basis than they will ever make in their career for the rest of their life. They will make triple, quadruple, 10 times the amount of money they're making at a job. They don't know it. They're not aware of it. And then there are those who have substantial assets, and they're chasing the odd hot stock rumor. They're just trying to find the one thing that'll make it all work for them, and they almost always never find it. They make the money. The only money they make is disciplined monthly contributions to some kind of an investment plan, and they're making their 3, 4, 5, 6% a year. And that's the only thing they've ever made money on. And so they don't want to venture outside that box because they're afraid. They're afraid that they might lose it. This is the world that we're up against. You guys who are here today and who've been here every day now since almost 2 years now, you figured a lot of stuff out, and you're also figuring yourselves out. And a number of you have realized your economic world has gone completely bonkers. It's completely changed out. And you can't explain it to your dearest friends, your closest relatives. You can't explain it to them. And they are unwilling to try to figure it out themselves. They understand and see the impact that it's having on you guys, how well you're doing. We paid off our credit cards. We paid off our car loans. We don't have any debt except for the mortgage. And the mortgage payments are no big deal. They're going up $800 next month, so we can handle it. They see the benefit. They see the upside financially that you're doing. You're talking about, we just got back from a holiday. We were in Europe for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We're going to Hawaii next month or 2 months from now for 3 weeks. We're going to do that. And they can't do that. They're going, this is really good. Like, wow. And it's paid for. Like, it's all paid for. Like, you're not borrowing money to go to Hawaii. Like, it's all paid for. And yet they're not willing, for whatever reason, to actually look into how you're doing it. You're off. You're an open book. You're saying, I'll tell you all about how to do it. I'll show you what you need to do. Here's how I did it. Here's how my husband and I did it. Here's how we changed our lives. You can look into it, and there's no obligation. Just look into it. They won't even do that. That's how ingrained people are in the world they're in. They're so afraid to take one step outside the box, even to just peek around the corner, because they have been just nailed down and just bolted in, and they're stuck. The WD-40 ain't getting them out. It's unfortunate, but it is life itself. This is normal. That's their normal. You may have been part of that normal. You may have been one of those people 5 years ago, and then 2 years ago something changed, and in the last year somehow you found me, and I don't know what I said. I don't know what I did. I don't know whatever comment came through here. Something happened that triggered you to say, wait a minute, hold it a second. There's something here. I got to check this out, because boy, I hate the world I'm in. I'm working my butt off for this company. My better half is working their butt off for that company, and we're just getting by. I mean, we're just getting by, and we're worried about layoffs all the time, and furloughs, and this and that, and the changes, and the new bosses, and the new managers, and it's just constant stress. There's got to be a better way. Can't there be? Could there possibly be a better way? And all of a sudden, there's this guy who has very little hair, whatever it is, it's virtually all white now. He's homeless. He's 60, 67 now. He's ancient. And this guy's telling us what we could do what? What? Let's listen to what let's fold our arms and just say, okay, Bruce, you tell me just what it could be like. And that's what happened here. That's what's been happening. It's still happening. Every day, new people are coming into this channel and figuring out, or trying to figure out, what we're up to. And the other thing that I know at YouTube, they're wondering, why is it that this channel gets 200 views, like 200 thumbs ups in his morning show, and he only has 250 people watching him? How does that's not normal? Why are they so loyal to this guy? And what's with all the comments that are coming through his show too? The number of comments coming in versus how many people are watching it is way out of whack with other channels. I mean, there are channels that are 20 times bigger than this guy, and they have nothing like this. They don't get the thumbs ups he gets. They don't get what are they doing over there? What's the deal? And it's live. He's on for 2 hours in the morning. What is being said over there that engages people like this? Well, the only one way to find out. Come on in and join the party, pal, and see what we're up to here. You're all welcome to join us. Hopefully it'll work for you. We're seeing the Dow market right now down 268 points. You know what that means? The people on this channel are going to make money today. That's what that means. It's funny. The markets are down in the pre-market, and my viewers are giddy. They're not giddy at anyone else's channels. All right. You go to any other live stock market channels, it's the doom and gloom show this morning. We're down again. We lost 600 yesterday. We lost 400 the day before. We're down 300 now. This is terrible. Oh, yeah, it's bad news out there. And anybody out there trading options for a living, trying to buy and sell call options to make a living, boy, are they having a bad week. Oh, they're having a terrible time. Not going well. S&P down 35, NASDAQ down 115 points. Now, today we have a normal looking market. NASDAQ is down 1%, S&P down 0.89, and the Dow down 0.86. So the downdraft is being led by NASDAQ. This is situation normal. The last 2 days, the Dow has been leading the market, either up or down, mainly down. Kind of interesting to watch. Crude is down 20 cents a share, $79.29. The $80 plus crude price didn't hold as of yesterday. We'll see what happens today and tomorrow. Option writers, wow, it's going to be great. GameStop down 40 cents right now, as best as I can tell you. Let me get my big ass iPad to refresh here. Yep, we're down 40 cents on the pre-market for GameStop. Yesterday, the stock moved $1.01 lower on the day. It did hit 22.15 yesterday morning. 22.15 was the high yesterday. We're at 20.38. We're almost $2 lower from yesterday's high. So those of you who are worried about, my options are kind of, I'm in the money now on these options I wrote. I'm 8, 7, 8, 9 in the money. You're not like that anymore. It's coming back. It's coming back. I know a lot of you are in the 17s, 18s, 19s, and now we're at 20.35. So a $1 drop from here, we're at 19.35, and kind of welcome back. We'll see how that all works out. Today, if you are able to do rollovers, you will do them. There is no doubt about it. We had our session last night for the Gold Bagel members, the Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce. And in this morning's Gold Bagel member trade alert this morning, we talked about the rollover scenario. You have to keep doing rollovers. You have to want to do rollovers at all times, no matter what, when, how, why. You do not have to fear a rollover. You don't have to worry about, oh, my stock went up, I got to do a rollover. No, you have to embrace it. You got to go, this is great. This is great. My deep in the money calls are going up in value. My shares are going up in value. The contracts I wrote are going up, but not as fast. I can roll them over. I can roll into other contracts. Further down the line, more money, higher strike price. Yes, lock in these gains and keep on going. This is all good stuff. Those of you who are getting exercised, it is not a problem. If you get exercised on calls you've written, whether you've written against deep in the money calls or against stock, it doesn't matter. If you have deep in the money calls and you've written calls against those and you get exercised, you have a short position on stock. You can keep writing calls right away if you want on your deep in the money calls, because the exercise takes your obligation away on those contracts. You can now write new contracts, bring in fresh cash, and you can now go out here and buy back your stock when you feel ready to do so. And this morning, I know there are people out there who are likely sitting on cash this morning because they got exercised last night, and the stock is down 40 odd cents this morning. This is great. If the shares drop another $1 or $2 today, if that happens, you can buy shares back today if you want for a lower price than what they were trading at yesterday or when you got exercised. Sometimes it works out really well. The people who are exercising, hey, they're gambling. They want to get your stock for whatever reason. They're exercising their contracts. Okay, they're exercising and taking the shares, but they're gambling that the shares are going to stay up where they're at now or where they were. Well, those who wanted to exercise yesterday were thinking $22 stock, and now they're looking at $20 stock, and they're going, shoot, what did I exercise this for? They're $2 lower. Why did I do that? I should have just sold my calls. I should have just sold my calls at those high prices when we were at 22 instead of exercising the darn thing, and made my profit there. But again, I can't answer for those who are exercising. We react to what happens. We don't guess. Tesla down 213 today. Nothing serious. 126.61, actually $23 higher than the low of 103. We did hit 136 yesterday. Was it something like that? 136-ish, the high day. Yeah, 136.68. So anyone who did rollovers yesterday on Tesla is laughing here, because if you pulled off a rollover when the stock was 135, 136, they're now 126. Those calls you wrote yesterday, whatever strike price those were, 125s, 130, 35s, 140, 145s, any of those, they're all backing off beautifully for you. Welcome to that party. Nice going. If you didn't do a rollover yesterday on Tesla, or you didn't do a rollover on GameStop yesterday, no worries. The stocks have backed off a little bit. Those calls that you had that might have been, in GameStop's case, they might have been $6 or $7 or $8, are now $1 or $1.50 or more lower. They might go lower yet, depending on how we open this morning. Tesla, same thing, with a $10 drop from the high yesterday morning to here. There are call options that have lost at least $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 each. They've all slumped off. Now we'll see what the morning brings us yet again. So you might complete a rollover today that you were thinking of doing yesterday, or you were contemplating, I might have to roll over. Today might be the day you do the rollover. Even in a dropping market, you're thinking of a rollover. You never stop writing. The stock tells you what to do. The stock says, I'm going lower. That means you roll lower. Now, if you have $16 GameStop calls and you were thinking of trying to write $17 or $18 calls for 3 or 4 months further out, and you didn't get the trade done, or you didn't put an order in, or you wanted another little more time to think about it, maybe today is the day this trade gets done. It all depends. If the call that you need to buy back is dropping in price really nicely because the stock is dropping off a little bit, after all, every day that goes by, these calls expire. Fantastic. You're going to do your calculations and go, okay, I can buy those calls back now for like $1.20 less than yesterday. Okay, I need to write other calls to replace these calls. What can I write now? You may find that you were happy to write April calls or May calls or June calls yesterday. You're going to look at those again today and go, oh, wow, I can write $2 higher strikes and get 30 cents a share more, 50 cents a share more per contract to do this rollover. This is an okay deal. I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy these back here. I'm going to sell those there, get that trade done. And thank you very much. May I have another? Shares want to keep going lower? No problem. Shares want to stay flat? No problem. Shares want to go higher? No problem. I'll look at another rollover next week. It's okay. I'm always willing to take more money off the table and raise my strike price. Always willing. But if the shares want to have a bad run, and I don't know if they would, but if they were to have a lousy run again and go back to 16, you might sit there and go, I just moved up to 18s. I'm now going to go back to 17s. I'm going to write $17 calls, come closer to the market. I can buy back this call for $4. I wrote it for $6. I can buy it for $4, and I can write that one for $4.50. I'm going to take 50 cents. Thank you very much. You might be that agreeable and pliable. It's all good. Anyway, we'll talk all about that as the market's open. We'll see what happens. 29 minutes away is when we are going to get this going. Thank you all for being here. By the way, thank you for these thumbs ups, by the way, so far. We now have 80 thumbs ups in the house. We're looking for 200 thumbs ups before we start trading. I'm just going to double check here. We're actually at 109. I apologize. My channel was... my YouTube channel is way behind my live show, but we're caught up here a little bit more. 111 thumbs ups have now come in. We need 200 every morning to feel like we're doing the right thing to grow this channel. So if you're able to hit the old thumbs up button, please do. And I say thank you all very much for helping us out. What else is going on here? Nice to see you all. Great to have you around. And I don't know what's going on with Tony. I've been reading comments. What's happening with poor Tony? I don't know what's going on. Welcome one, welcome all to the party today. Those of you who have become members in the last couple of weeks, I hope you're enjoying being part of this group. Jennifer, Hinton, Marion, 50 contract club, making my way to 100. Way to go. This is awesome stuff. It is just fantastic to see this happen. Susan Shops About, number 73 thumbs up today. Thank you so much. All of you who have already hit the thumbs up button, I thank you all. This is just such good stuff. And what else is going on here? 92 from JEP. Thanks, man. Number 92 thumbs up. Good going. What else is happening here? Credit Savage, 100 thumbs ups. DQ 102. Beautiful, everybody. Love this very much. Let's see. 115 thumbs up from Sean and Wendy. Thank you guys, as always, for this. Love the support. It's really been something. Jennifer and I are just we have many emotions. We're grateful. We're amazed. We are just shocked sometimes, but we are so proud of the viewers of this channel, guys and girls, who are here and bringing money in from this option market that is just being handed over. Since the two of us were both licensed, we both were option writers, not like heavily option writers, but we were able to write options way back when. We entered trades on behalf of brokers all the time for option writing back in the 80s when I was a desk trader, Jen was a desk trader. We've done it all, and it's just great to see the progress being made and the progression that's happening on this channel now. 2 years in. This is January the 19th. I went live I believe I started going live around Jan 26 or something like that 2 years ago, and the changes have been just unbelievable. And how many channels have disappeared on YouTube in the 2 years? I guess it's not unusual for YouTube channels to come and go. A lot of channels you've never heard of, will never ever hear of. They show up and then they just disappear because the creators just think that they're going to become the next big time YouTuber, and after a year they give up and it just doesn't work out. But boy, there were a ton of YouTubers here promoting stocks. I mean, that's really what it was. They were just promoting issues, or they were day trading on the markets, on platforms. They were day trading on these and showing you their trades, and then people would watch them and kind of trade with them. And a lot of these guys have gone away. It's amazing how many disappeared in the last year. And very few of us, I guess, are still around, I suppose. I never was a trader on the air. I never will be. I'm not interested in trading stock and having you watch me do it. That's not what I'm about. I'm a commentator, and maybe that's why I'm still on the air. I'm a commentator, just giving you my advice and my personal opinion on what I think is happening. And you guys are the ones trading, and you've come a long, long way from the experience that Jen and I have been able to throw your way. And I'm thrilled for so many of you. Karen is here, number 124. Thank you. Appreciate that. Keep those thumbs ups coming in. Yeah, it's been a big change in 2 years. It really has. Having a lot of fun. I'm thinking about putting up a lesson number 15. I'm beginning to scan the calendar, and I'm beginning to think about it now that the Jen's hip has been replaced, and Jen now is going through her physio. She's getting stronger and getting better, and that big concern we had about everything about getting Jen better is working. In the next 3 or 4 weeks or something, I am thinking of lesson number 15. I'll let you know what it's going to be about. I've got to finalize that. I've got to really think about that this weekend, and we'll kind of go from there. So when I know more about it, you'll know more about it, and then you can decide if you'd like to participate in lesson number 15. Another question I'm getting is, people are asking me, are you thinking of doing another one of those 6-on-1 shows? Are you thinking of a 6-on-1 where you charge $150 to have 6 people join you live on camera in a private setting during market hours? What are your thoughts on that? And I've held off on that as well, because we're just trying to get through the Jen thing. I might kick that back up. I might kick up one a week or something starting next week. I don't know yet. I haven't fully decided whether I want to do it, because I have to take an hour of my time off away to do it. Normally that's rest time, nap time, or Jen is sending me out to go get something. But I will get back to you on that hopefully shortly. But right now, my primary thought is the idea of lesson number 15, and then after that, lesson number 16. And the thinking I have is, before we return back to Canada at the end of April, we'll have done 15 and 16 down here for you guys, and that adds 2 more lessons to the arsenal of knowledge that you can get your hands on when you need it. We'll keep you posted on that. All right. Today, however, what's going on? We're down 233 on the Dow. We were down 300 a little while ago. It looks like a little bounce back. Down 26 in S&P, down 82 on NASDAQ. Oil down 5 cents a barrel. That's what's going on there. We'll see what's going on. And what is going on here? It's Ryan. Uncle Bruce, how deep should we go to start an Apple poor man cover call, given they may not deliver to expectations this year and worried of drops with coming earnings? Well, it's Ryan. Look, if you can get a 90-10 rule contract, if you can buy a deep in the money call on Apple with that 90-10 rule, then great. But you want to be out, as far out as you can. And if you could go out to 2025, that would be fabulous. So look for that. But look, the minute you get those poor man covered calls, if you're buying one of them, two of them, whatever, the minute you get that, you want to be a writer instantly. You're not guessing the stock's going to go up or anything. You want to write, because if the shares did drift lower after you did the write, you want to take advantage of the depreciation of that contract, the quick depreciation of the contract. But I would recommend you do not write 1 or 2 week contracts on these deep in the money calls. You want to bring in fat, giant premiums of money. You want to bring in gobs of this stuff. So do not be afraid to write 2, 3, 4 month out contracts against those. It's not you're going to wait 4 months to trade it. You're going to write a 4 month call to bring in, say, $9 a contract. Instead of $2 a contract, you're bringing in 9. If the call drops to 5 over a 3-week period, 4 week, because of a dip in the stock and time, you'll buy it back and you'll write another call for $9 again. You're playing up here now. You're writing 4 month contracts, buying them back with 3 months, writing them with 4 months, buying them back with 3 months, roughly speaking, depending on fluctuating of the stock. That's all it is. And if the shares want to take a run higher because of great news or whatever, China and the United States are kissing and making up now. Good luck with that one. Then fine, the stock will go up, and you'll do rollovers if you have to. It's fine. So a long-term strategy: go deep in the money call, way down in time, 90-10 rule, write calls out there in time. Go out 3-4 months and bring in big premiums. You look to write $2-3 out of the money contracts, again, above what the stock is trading at. And that way it's all time premium, and it's a nice fat time premium. That's the position you want to be in. And that gives you plenty of time to decide what to do and how to do it. And plenty of depreciation to watch and follow, which is wonderful. So, okay, there you go. Okay, Sky High Kite. Thank you, Bruce. Okay, it's Ryan. Maybe a time restriction to make sure it clears completely. We're talking about some kind of settlements. Okay. If 1516 is more on poor man covered calls, I'm in. Spicy Android number 132 right on. Yeah, I will be doing more classes about deep in the money call writing, and the acquisition of those, strategies about that, stuff we talk about here, but I'll get really detailed about it. And of course, I'll be answering questions live on the classes themselves, so that if you're participating in the class and you have a question, Jen will be the moderator. This is why I'm still a few weeks away, because Jen will be the moderator. You see, she has to be well enough to do that, and we'll take it from there. So stay tuned for info on when the next class is coming up. All right. Anyway, there you have it. What else is going on here? The Credit Savage, only pickle I have said GameStop. Okay, Ryan, only pickle that I have GameStop 17.5 that expired tomorrow, and I can't open any new positions until that clears. Just got the alert. We'll try to roll later. I'll call them. So well, Credit Savage, you have a couple of choices. I mean, you can buy back the 17.5s anytime you want and close it out. You can write new 17.5s for next week or the week after, if you need to. Or if you can write 18s, 19s, or 20s down the road a month or two, you can always do that as well. You do have choices, but hey, the stock is off 43 cents. Your 1750s are cheaper to buy back starting this morning than last night. Let's see what the market gives you, and let's go from there. Wing Commander, Uncle Bruce, any news on reposting the last class without the background music? I've got, okay. So, all right. The last class we did, I did it live, of course, and then sent it to Emily, my editor, and she added some kind of a music track in the background. And I found it annoying. Some of you found it annoying. So I asked her, can you redo that without that music? So it's just, I know it's dead air between my, me not talking, but the music is just too annoying. And so she did. And then I attempted to reload it. And I have reloaded a version of that class without the music, but I have not yet reloaded it on my website yet. I have to figure that out with my daughter, actually. I'm going to work with her on that, hopefully this weekend. And then next week, I'll be able to, if any of you say to me, Bruce, I've got class number 14, but I find the music just too annoying. Can you send me class number 14 without the music? Then I can send you the new link, and there you go. So yeah, okay, soon. Okay, G Marks, what are your thoughts on covered call ETFs? What are your thoughts on covered call ETFs? If there's liquidity in the contracts, great. If there's no liquidity, not great. You've really got to do your research about how often do they trade, how wide is the bid and ask on these ETFs. Some of them will have better trading, and some will be terrible. So there's my general overview there. The second overview would be, what kind of premium are you talking about? Can you get any kind of time premium on an ETF? Again, if they're not trading actively, they probably have no premium at all. Not worth your while. So look into that. All right. Wing Commander, never mind that. Let's get a new class rolling. Yeah, I do not want new lessons to be posted with music in the background. It's just because you run into royalty scenarios sometimes. You run into like unintended royalty scenarios, and I just don't want to go down that path. I tell you honestly, I don't trust the outfits out there that claim to give you royalty-free music, because I have not personally talked to them, but I have seen YouTubers who have stated that, we bought this, subscription to royalty-free music, we loaded up 50 videos over the last 2 years with different music, Then we find out that the company that we were paying every month, they sold themselves. They got taken over by company blah, blah, blah. And that company is now nailing us for a royalty hit. And these outfits, they can't redo their videos and get rid of the music or whatever the problem is. And they are now, all their money coming in from those 50 videos forever will now go to that copyright holder, even though they had the rights, or what they thought they had rights. I just don't trust it. It is such a nightmare with all of this streaming crap going on, that I am really get them. I'm old though, so the young, whatever. What would really get me upset is, you get a good video that you have an okay video and it does all right for the first 3 months and whatever, and there's no royalty problems. And then like 6 months later, it kicks in again and it gets a second birth on YouTube. And all of a sudden you're getting, you think you're going to make $100 a day for a couple of weeks here. And then you get a royalty claim on the music, and you get none of it. And it's resurrected from the dead. The video's taking off. You're getting subscribers, great comments, and no money. I don't like working for free. I just don't. I know you don't. I don't. And I just don't trust it. Maybe I'm overreactive, but geez, I don't like it. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Better with no music, says Tim King. There you go. Yes, thank you. It breaks my focus. The music, says Willie. It's Ryan. For fun, what are your rankings of the former SPACs? SoFi is my number one, as they seem closer to making a profit thanks to the charter. Spire seems to be coming along well with contracts and cash, etc. Yeah, I mean, I still like all 8 of them. I've been loyal to every one of them, no matter what they trade at, no matter how bad off they got. I still like them. And I've encouraged you folks to nibble away at these cheap SPACs to bring your averages really close to this market, so that any kind of a breakout, you're green. You're green. It would be great if ATIP were to break the dollar level near future. That would be fabulous. And if the contracts, the 250 contracts, start trading at 30, 40, 50 cents, I'll encourage you to write those, because you've got averages that are as low as 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents. And you're writing 250 calls for money to buy more of them. Oh man, that's just a license to print money. I like them all. People ask me all the time, which is your favorite, and which one's going to go the most, and which one's going to break out first. And I'm just not going to play that game. I like them all, and that's the end of that. The Tragically Hip had to pay millions for a loon sound on one song. I mean, give me a break. Just give me a break. Yeah, such a litigious world. It's unbelievable. Thank goodness my voice is my voice, and you know, I just blab away. 11 minutes to go, kids, and we start trading on the day. All right, we're down 240 on the Dow. Let's take a look at the pre-market right now and see what's going on. Here we go. We have so much to follow. Okay, what do we got here? Rocket Lab down 17 at $5. SoFi down 18 cents at 538. GameStop down 40 now. The AMCs are off 19 cents combined. Matterport down 2. 23andMe is down 6. Spire, ATIP, no changes. SmartRent up 6. Sextera, no change. The Apple shares are showing down 147. Goldman down 259. Cisco down 6 cents. Tesla down 216. ARK Innovation ETF, that might be something you can write options on. 35.20 down 75 cents. On ARK Innovation, I would imagine you can buy, I know you can buy the ETFs and write on those. I just don't know what the premiums are, but you might also be able to buy ARK Innovation deep in the money calls and write on those. A lot less money than buying the stock and a bigger bang for your return. Something to look into. Microsoft down 188. Bed Bath Beyond is actually up almost a penny. 394 though. It's really been gyrating. Avoid it. Pfizer up 6 cents, 45.06. HBQ down 20, 27.34. Carvana down 12. Google down 77 cents to 91.02, and Amazon down 139 to 94.07. There you have it. There it is. Yeah, Barron's headline. Here's something that I'm not surprised to see. Headline in Barron's says how Tesla's price cut is making its rivals sweat. Yeah, that's right. That's right, indeed. I think it's a brilliant move on Tesla's part to cut the price of their vehicles. First of all, the thinking is that this is bad news for Tesla because their profit margins are going to take a hit. Oh, how terrible. In reality, the price of producing a Tesla has been dropping the last couple of months because of price cuts to all kinds of parts and stuff. They've been able to resupply, and the cost of acquiring parts are dropping. And so vehicle costs could have been dropped by Tesla anyway without any kind of tax issues. But now you add in the fact that they've dropped their vehicle price, by thousands of dollars to qualify under the U.S. Tax write-off thing that's being offered to Americans. And a number of Americans will be able to get a $7,500 federal tax credit now on these Teslas. So you combine that with the price cut, all of a sudden the Model Y can be $20,000 less than it was 2 weeks ago. Huge difference. If you're Ford, your GM, your Volkswagen, your Benz, your Nissan, your Toyota, your Volkswagen, you have a problem. I mean, these are the big boys. Okay, now the small players, the small producers of EVs that are trying to become the next Teslas, these guys are in big trouble because they are producing cars in small quantities, very expensive per car off the lot until they get up to hundreds of thousands of production. Tesla's there. I mean, the mega plants are being built. Obviously Austin is ramping up. Berlin is ramped up. Shanghai, California. I mean, these plants are coming on, and the vehicles are coming off the line, and will continue to do so in ever increasing numbers, so that the cost per vehicle just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. It's the old, scale. It's the economic scale. Way to go, Tesla. You're protecting your market share. You're making it impossible, very impossible for others to come in and knock you around. The majors who thought they were going to have an easy time of it, we'll just take our F-150 and we'll electrify it. It'll be great. Yeah, well, now they're finding out, oops, billions of dollars per vehicle model has to be invested to do this. We don't have billions to invest into vehicle models. And in the meantime, as more and more Teslas hit the road, eventually the pickup truck will come out and other vehicles. It's going to get tougher and tougher for these other automobile guys to get into the game. And, if Toyota wants to lose 20 grand a car, go ahead and produce them. You're going to need to produce 1 million Camrys, electric Camrys, to make it pay. I don't know if there's a market for 1 million Camrys, electric Camrys, because if you can buy a Model 3 that has a proven 5-year record now on the road versus a Camry that just came off the line with glitches, which one do you want? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I like the supercharger network that Tesla has. They're everywhere. I like that a lot. So if I do take my Tesla for a long ride, I can charge up anywhere. I don't have to worry about being cut off from electricity. The Toyota connection, I don't know what kind of thing to use for a Toyota. There are no Toyota superchargers unless dealerships offer Toyota superchargers as a convenience. Every Toyota dealership across the country. Can you imagine how many billions we're talking about? This is additional money that Tesla's already invested. This is something that the analysts, maybe some are ignoring or are not taking into account fully. But it's interesting. It's really interesting. All right. What else going on here? We got 5 minutes to go, and we're going to open it up. So giddy up. And I was sued by Dr. Dre during the Napster years. I selected counter, sued, and never heard back. Interesting. I've got a soft spot for Spire. Says Robert. Playing that Yoko song brought in the money, though, worth every penny paid for royalties. Dude, number 142. I'd suggest bagel munching sounds for your background. It's Ryan. Thoughts on cruise lines? Made money buying puts on Royal last year. They'll be making a comeback this year. Oh no. Oh no. It's going to be bad. I just heard this morning Norwegian is offering 500 million in new bonds on a private offering to pay off old bonds, but I can imagine the interest rate on those are going to be through the roof. Bobby Joe Carvana is selling used Teslas for more than the cost of a new Tesla. Well, they're trying to. They're not necessarily getting it. Used Tesla market is equally screwed. No sell. New Teslas use low performance parts. It's Ryan says, Bruce, do you see Tesla at least holding on to this year or still growing this year? A lot of talk. Elon is too busy, luckily, honest. Tesla will be much larger a year from now. There are very competent people running Tesla along with Mr. Musk. Yeah, that company is running on I would say on all cylinders, but there aren't any cylinders. No, I like it. I think the shares can be 160, 175, not too long from now, few months down the, through the summer and the fall. It's going to become evident just how many Teslas are outselling everything else. Tesla's numbers are going to reach 2 million cars a year and more, trucks and everything else. Financial mischief. I forgot I made the trade yesterday. I did it in a small Roth. My wife has. We own 3 Jan 2510s for under $10 each. I sold yesterday a December 23 1625 for $835. Bring on the dip. Oh, that's a beautiful trade. Nice going. Deep value investing. Soon Tesla will allow other cars to use their supercharger networks in the U.S. already doing so abroad, and they'll be paid for it. They'll be paid for it. That's the best part about it. Credit Savage. Too bad Tesla doesn't have an SUV yet. I might have to buy a Rivian since my wife likes the car so much. The kids love the look of it and the speakers you can take out of the car. Laughing out loud. Splair, good morning, y'all. Nazareth, number 149, Bruce. You have 149 thumbs ups here on your way to 200. Again, thank you, everybody, for helping out with these thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Who cares says, I own ARC. I like the collection for long term, but I write a covered call on it for additional money, and I think that's a great move. You got a nice collection of aggressive growing companies, theoretically. You're writing calls on it in the meantime. Yeah, I like this. And I would say if you are able to buy deep in the money calls on ARC and then write on those, more power to you as well. Nice going. Absolutely. We're opening in 2 minutes. Thank you. Only Walmart is the only stock going up in the Dow 30 right now. Everybody else is off. We're down 217 at the moment. All right. Well, we'll see what's going on. U.S. jobless claims fall to a 4-month low of 190. The labor market is still strong, and that could be bad for the market. Interesting how that works. Deuce Caboose, Uncle Bruce, who was more successful as an option trader, you or Anti-Gen? Friendly competition, we didn't do enough to matter. We really didn't do enough to matter. These are the 80s, and it was so clunky back then. Deuce Caboose, number 154. Thank you, Deuce Caboose, for this. You guys are helping us get to 200 here. 155 in, 45 more to go, and we got 200 thumbs ups, folks. Hit that thumbs up button, please. Thank you. Tesla down 155 at 127.27. GameStop 2044 down 35 cents is what we see at the moment. And we're going to see this market open up here in a few minutes. Lost 613 points yesterday, 390 the day before that. There's 1,000 points gone from the Dow. And we're down 222 in the last minute before we start trading. Larry, hit the bells. Here they are. Thanks, my friend. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Larry Titus. Fantastico. Esplayer, now I'll be curious if someone wants my 21.25 put for December at 1070. Well, we'll find out here. We're about to fire it up. It looks like we're down 184 on the Dow so far. 190 now, initial indications. GameStop at 2029, down 50 cents or so. Tesla down $1. Let's see. We got this thing opening up here, slow but sure. What else is going on here? Just too early to tell exactly. 2031 on GameStop, 2026, roughly in that neighborhood now, down about 50 cents. Them be the Dells, Larry. Them be the bells, Larry says. JR, right on. Down 18 on S&P, down 54 on NASDAQ, S&P, Dow down about a half a percentage point. They're all within 0.05 of a percentage of each other. ATIP, I don't think we have a trade yet. Nope, not yet, as far as I can tell. Did 585,000 yesterday. Tesla, 128, down 78 cents. SoFi looks like it's 542, 539, down 17 cents. At 1.3 million so far. SoFi. Apple 134.46, down 75 cents. HPQ down 35 cents. Google up a quarter. Moderna down 70 cents. Cisco down 8. Pfizer down 19. IBM down 24. Microsoft down $1. ME's down a nickel. Rocket Lab down 13 cents. But again, I'm not sure if these are new quotes or last night's quotes. So I'm going to stop there and just concentrate on the top couple of stocks here. 193 drop on the Dow, roughly 200. We got down 200. We're now down 184. See where we end up with this. Oil up 21 cents at 79.69. GameStop now 2014, down 65 cents. Your options are definitely dropping out there. Keep your eye on those options and see what to do. You might be able to do some flips, turnovers, what have you. Very interesting. Matthew, I got to go. Have a good day, everybody. My plan is to cover every cover call I have before the rate hike announcement. I'm anticipating 25 basis points. Well, we'll find out, my friend. Time will tell. Thank you all for being here today, being part of this this channel and our drive to grow it. I appreciate it so much. It's great to have you here. We're going to go now member-only commentary. Thank you again, everybody, for helping out to be part of this bagel familia. Love you. There we go. Over to the live. Let me get this figured out. There we go. 178 down drift right now on the Dow Jones. Okay, everybody. There we go. All right. Members only is now engaged. Thank you, lurkers. Please become members as soon as possible. Fantastic, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. Members, hope you're having a good day today. Hope you're going to make a ton of money today. And, well, let's just see how it goes. 165 thumbs up, so we need 35 more. Thank you, everybody. Keep those cards and letters coming in. We love that. Very, very good. Let's see here. There we have it. Netflix right now looks like 324 on Netflix, down 233. So the pre-market was off and the early opening is off as well, down 241 on Netflix right now. And hopefully those viewers who are short that stock will do well today. Earnings come out after the bell tonight. The Bears are eating bull meat for breakfast. Mr. Premium, I'm 163. Marcus Bruce, I am 166 on your thumbs up count. You're 34 away from 200. I see 168 now coming through. Michael G, number 167. Thank you all for helping us get 200 thumbs up going. That is great. We're down 180 on the Dow Jones. 17-point drop on S&P. NASDAQ 38. We're down 0.35 on NASDAQ, 0.45 on S&P, and down 0.55 on the Dow. The Dow continues to lead the market lower. It is the worst performer of the last 3 days in a row. DQ, I'm not short Netflix anymore. I closed it pre-market for a profit. Well done, JR. WTG, way to go there, DQ. Well done, sir. 2001 on your GameStop. You're now threatening $20. Are we going to break through it? I think we will. We just did. 1996. We busted under $20 on GameStop. 1994. So contracts on GameStop are backing off as predicted. Keep your eyes open, and you may put in stink bids, you may not. If you are able to do rollovers and still move up and strike from 16s to 17s or 18s or 18s to 19s, great. If you can take money off the table, fabulous. Or if you're just watching your calls drop off, super duper. This is what we want. DQ, I'm hoping for a huge drop for Nick. Go SoFi over there. Right on. Well, hopefully Nick will do okay on that drop off. 1995 last trade on GameStop shares, 161,000 last I saw on volume. Nothing serious. 1995, and the low trade of the day on GameStop, it would appear to be 1994. So we're right here at the low of the day right now. ATIP is 45.1 cents a share, down 0.6 of a penny, but traded only 10,700. Nothing coming in for sale there. Tesla 128.35, down 43 cents. SoFi 539, down 17. Apple 134.41, down 80 cents. And HBQ down 38 cents to 27.15. So we'll see what's going on there. Yeah, JR is saying the Dow Jones is down, but a bit of a pop on the other indexes. Keeping an eye on those. They're not really joining the Dow so much, but right now it's too early to tell. We're all down to half a point. I thought Nick had to call due to a margin call. No, he was avoiding one by selling some other stock to do it, as far as I know. But with the stock dropping, he won't get a margin call, so that's good. U.S. stocks open lower after jobless claims show labor market is still strong despite layoffs in the economy. So interesting, with a lower, with jobless claims not coming in, this is bad news for the market. That's the funny thing. It's actually good news for the economy, but bad news for the market because the Fed is going to be aggressive on rate hikes to get inflation down. JR, what was that Aussie song, Crazy Train? We be on it. There you go. 167-point drop on the Dow. GameStop 2013 again. We're back over 20. ATIP 45.1. Tesla Green up 34 cents now, 129.12. SoFi down 18 now, 538. Apple down 66. HBQ down 30 cents. Google is up 91. Moderna down 142. Cisco down 3 cents. Pfizer down 3 cents. IBM is up 55 cents to 140.96. Microsoft down $1.77. Where am I here? ME now down a nickel, 231. Rocket Lab down 17 to 5. Matterport down 4 cents, 306. SmartRent down 4 to 273. Spire down 3.8 cents, 122.2, and Cyxtera down 1 penny at 257. So we're down just slightly. Amazon off 68 cents. Home Depot down 332. Netflix down 332 at $323. Vanik down 188. Adobe up 333. Goldman up down 150. Boeing down 330. Meta is up 136. Royal Caribbean down 124 to 60.98. Over at Norwegian down 55 cents, 14.98. They're trying to raise $500 million on another bond offering. It's going to cost them an interest. quite severely. We'll watch for that. Yeah, JR, it'll be interesting to see if the Fed does after the layoff season is over, or is it ever over? It's never over. It's never over. Target down 145, JP Morgan down 124, Costco down $7, Walmart up 22 cents, the only Dow stock that was up earlier today. Disney down 57, Nvidia down 258, American Airlines down 39 cents to 16.26. Airline stocks dropping again. Oil up 56 cents to 80.04. So we're back over 80. The Dow now down 117 points, only 0.35 of a percentage point. The market is coming on. We're climbing. Nasdaq's only down 0.35, and the S&P down 0.37 of a point. The markets are getting stronger. GameStop 20.06, ATIP 45 cents, even down 0.7 of a penny. Tesla up 43 now. SoFi only down 12. We're at 544 on SoFi. The low of the day, 534. We're now 544. SoFi's coming back on right now. Apple down just 3 cents. That's all it's doing. So these stocks are improving. The Dow down 106 now. So computer programs are coming through. Buys and sells. You're going to see some volatility here, okay? We'll watch for that and follow it. See what we get. Excuse me. Fun times. Headline: despite talk of a vast exodus, many Western-based firms are still operating in Russia. The Swiss researchers are saying, independent researchers saying Western business, not all of them have left. Interesting, isn't it? The power of a dollar. It's unbelievable. It's amazing to me how many businesses out there, how many countries out there support a country that uses warship bombs to blast apartment buildings in residential neighborhoods in Kyiv, and they call this a special military operation. It's terrorism at its basic form, completely anti-human behavior. Genocide is what it is, and it's being tolerated, and that's the saddest part about the world in which we live. We tolerate the annihilation of human beings, and we just look the other way. Now, not saying that's you or me particularly, but we as a human race are ruthless people, and we are a ruthless species. And we are, sometimes we just don't give a crap. And there you go. It's a sad story. What can I say? Fun times at the OK Corral. Welcome to 2023, everybody. Kind of be grateful where you are and grateful what you got, right? Because it could be so much worse. Unbelievable. Anyway, thank you for joining me this morning. We now have 176 thumbs ups, but despite all the political talk, thank you very much for that. Keep them coming if you can. We're down 145 on the Dow now, 157. We're, like I say, we're jumping about here. GameStop 2010 at the moment. Also saw a quote at 2001. So we're jumping around here, just volatile like crazy. We're now down 75 on GameStop. Your options out there are losing ground. They're losing time. And again, there may be opportunities right now for some of you to do rollovers that could pay you nicely for a little more time that you want to offer. So keep that in mind. Keep your eyes open. We're back to $20 a share right now on GameStop. We're at $19.96. Down we go. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Very good, deep value. People speak sometimes about the bestial cruelty of man, but that is terribly unjust and offensive to beasts. No animal could ever be so cruel as a man, so artfully and so artistically cruel, says Fyodor Dostoevsky. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, a lion, a lioness, a pride of lions, they'll take down a wildebeest and they'll eat it. They'll eat the entire entity. The scavengers come in and finish it off. And that's that. Mankind will kill people they don't know for whatever reason they want to come up with to justify political polls at home. It really is sad. It really is a pathetic thing. When you travel, You go to Europe or somewhere else, you're not from home, regular hometown. You're not really sure of what is in the minds of the people where you're visiting to. What is their thought on the outside world? It is amazing when you leave your comfort zone, go somewhere else. You see another existence, another society, other values, um, other morals. It is amazing. And the other thing that's amazing to me is how mankind punishes other mankind, whether it's through the legal system, whether it's through police traffic stops that turn into full blown drug investigation stops. I mean, it's sometimes I think we're over regulated, over policed, over everything, and then you have militaries and dictators and just power tripping people out there who just want to muck it up because they think they're invincible. It's really sad. It really is. But hey, coming back to number one, you got to make money in this world to survive it. Where we live and where we are, it's all about making money. And if you can bring yourself to a comfortable level, you can then decide to be charitable if you want, or be an activist if you want. You can afford to do it. But right now, if your entire world is completely made up of I got to get my paycheck every 2 weeks or I have problems, you can't look outside your window very far to do anything else. And so, welcome to this party where you can take control of your life and do what you want going forward. Make some money, kids, and let's go. Constantine, Uncle Bruce, should I try to find a rollover for my April 17 and a half at 280 with this decrease in stock price at the moment, or wait a bit? No, I would take a look for it. Yes, that's what I've been saying all morning. Open up that option trade chain. We're at 1964 now. Your calls are falling, and they are falling quickly. You want to know, can you get out of your 1750s that are in the money and move into 19s or 20s? Can you move up a little bit? Can you go down to May or June and bring in more money than what it'll cost you to buy your call back? This is the game. It's the same for Tesla. It's the same for GameStop. It's the same for Apple, HPQ, all of these stocks. Absolutely. You're always doing this. This isn't like, should I just do it for today? No, always. Always. This is your new job. You're managing your option portfolio. Touch grass, money is time, time is life. There you go. That's right. We have one go around. Aren't you grateful that your house hasn't been completely bombed out in the little village you used to live in, and that you know you can never go back? Aren't you glad that you're not that person and the family all around there? Are you grateful where you are, where you can just concentrate on family relations, your health, your children's education, whatever? I mean, are we grateful? I think so. Yeah. Do I consider myself lucky? Yeah, I sure do. I just made a quick $1,000 flipping Netflix on this big dip, says DQ. The credit savage. Okay, Uncle Bruce, I just rolled 3 GameStop 17s that expire tomorrow into 320s to April, and I got 91 cents a contract. Thank you very much. May I have another? Almost a $600 move on a red day. Laugh out loud. This is what I'm talking about. You can make money on any day in this options business. You just have to pay attention to the contracts, your option chains. Never stop looking for the opportunities. It took less than 3 minutes, says DQ. I made $1,000 in less than 3 minutes. Giddy up. Way to go. Netflix, $319.63, down $6.70 right now on Netflix. And I'm hoping that our friend Nick is making an absolute killing on this. I'm just praying he's making money. Way to go, guys. Keep it up. 1941 on GameStop. We're now down $1.39. I mentioned it this morning. We could be 1950 today, maybe. I don't know how long. Lower, I don't know. Go back to 20, I don't know. Rollovers. Take a look at rollover scenarios. If you're rolling a contract from a 1750 to a 19, even in a down market, and the stock keeps dropping, you're out of the money very shortly on the 19s. You're a happy camper. The 1750s are obviously less than $2 in the money now. You're a happier camper than you were this morning. Giddy up, kids. Let's see what happens. If you're Christina and you had 500 shares exercised yesterday, 5 contracts, she's short 500 shares right now. They're down $1.40. So she knows she can buy her 500 back theoretically. If she hasn't already, she can buy them here and paid $19.38. She got taken out at 15, plus she got to keep her premium. Or she can just fold her arms and go along and let this thing keep falling. It's $19.40. Let it go to $18.50. I'll buy them back there. Whatever your thoughts are. Fantastic. Look at the Tesla down 148, 127.30. Opportunities there. We're at 45 cents on ATIP. We're at 538 on SoFi, down 18 cents. Apple down 110 to 134.11. HPQ down 49 cents to 27.04. Rollovers have been paying off for people who started doing their rollovers last week. If you were rolling over your GameStops when the shares were at $22, $21.50, you were doing rollovers, whether you were writing 19s, 18s, 20s, all those calls have dropped since the stock has dropped $3, of course. And you're enjoying that gain right now as well. Beautiful stuff, everybody. We're down 204 on the Dow Jones Industrials. We're down 25 on S&P, and we're down 102 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is down 0.94%, S&P down 0.66, and the Dow 0.60. Tesla stock price target cut to 220 from 250 at Deutsche Bank. Rivian cut to 28 from 43 at Deutsche Bank. So some downgrades are being done here by Deutsche Bank on some different stocks. Okay. Way to go, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. Fun times. 318.80 now on Netflix. We're down 750 on the session for Netflix. The pre-earnings trading is already negative. But then you can thank a 200-point down day on the Dow to kind of give you the mood of the market. We're now off 1,200 points in 2 plus 2.25 days, 2 1/10 days so far this week. That is what's happening right now. All righty. Bad omen. Americans ate out less over the holiday season. Well, that's part and parcel to the cutbacks that retailers also saw. The Americans weren't spending the money at retail. They weren't spending the money at restaurants. They were eating at home. They were cutting back. They were being cautious because what are they reading in headlines? Layoffs from all kinds of companies. They're hearing all kinds of layoffs at very big, profitable companies. That makes them pause and go, wait a minute, why should I be a spendthrift when these guys are cutting back? I think I might cut back too. Delay expenditures just a little and preserve my powder for bills. Makes sense to me. 1950 on GameStop, down 129. We're down 111 on Tesla. SoFi still down 16 cents. Apple down 72. HPQ down 52. All right. Credit Savage. Now, the next challenge will be to roll over my March 15s since they're in the money. But I will cross my arms right now and worry about that in March. I'm thinking moving those to 19s for June. Then ABW. Yeah, good. You can do that, of course. You have the time now. But you know what, Credit Savage? Always keep an eye on the option market. Always keep an eye on that chain because 1934 now we're down to 1934, down 143 or whatever it is on GameStop. Your calls have lost $1.43 today in book value. They lost $1 something yesterday, so that's $2.40 that these 15s have lost. Now I know you would have written them for a nice premium, so you're going to keep an eye on that. But if these shares are $18.75, $18.50 today, you might be tempted to go, I can do a rollover from 15 to just 17.50s. Maybe I'll just do that and go a few months out and take more money and get that higher price. Don't shut it off until then. Always be watching because the opportunity might just present itself for you.
morning.
Jen Jr., how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
I slept pretty good.
You slept pretty good? All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
How are you? How's the gang?
Well, the gang is pretty good. The markets are down today, which means the gang is looking at all their option premiums going down, 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 down. And some of them are doing rollovers where they're buying back calls and writing other calls and bringing in more money and moving their premiums around. So they're very happy with their strike prices and everything else. They're all curious, like we all are. How low is this market going to go? Well, we don't really know. We see GameStop at $19.28 down to $1.51 today. Lost $1 yesterday, so we're off $2.50 in less than 24 hours. That's making option writers very happy, especially those who rolled up into higher strike premiums yesterday and the day before. So we got a lot to watch here. Very complicated, but it's exciting. Yes, and we also have Netflix stock in focus because today after the bell, Netflix releases their earnings. And some of my viewers are short the stock, and they were looking for a down dip. And if you check out Netflix right there, you'll notice it's off $8.68 a share to $3.17.
There it goes.
And I have one viewer in Blythe, California, and named Nick, who, from what I'm led to believe, has got quite a sizable short position on the go. And he was concerned last night that if the shares went up, he'd be ruined. If the shares went down, he'd make a lot of money. Well, they're down now $8.93. And I am dying of curiosity, hoping and crossing my fingers that he is doing really, really, really well today because he's got himself a pretty big position there. And they're now down over $9 a share as they were just free falling. They haven't even released their financials yet. They come out tonight after the bell.
Our fingers crossed for Nick.
We'll keep our fingers crossed for Nick and everybody else who's watching that and see what happens. Anyway, there you go. Beach Boy is here. DQ, way to go, dude. I guess that falling from bed thing is good for you. Beach Boy. Jen Jr. is here. So the gang is all here. Uncle Bruce, you can legally start your show right now. Thank you very much. We have 187 thumbs ups. We're only 13 away from the 200 magic numbers. So hopefully your presence here will help people and motivate them to hit that thumbs up button. It usually does. Thank you all very much. Now, we had a chat last night, Jen Jr. and I. We were saying our good nights last night, and Jen Jr. said, I think I know what you're going to have tomorrow on that bagel of yours.
Because of my incredible psychic powers.
Incredible psychic powers.
I already know what you're going to want today.
Yeah, she already knows.
Yep.
She already knows.
Would you like to know what you want, or do you want me to just prepare what you want?
I think you should just prepare it.
Okay.
And I am just going to accept the fact that whatever it is what I wanted the whole time.
It's a mystery bagel.
It's a mystery bagel. Now,
the right one.
If you guys like this idea of the mystery bagel, hit the thumbs up button because I'm looking for any excuse to get thumbs ups. I'll take anything.
I'd appreciate the support. I mean, I do feel pretty good about my crystal ball gazing, but I'd appreciate the support.
There you go. So help out Jen Jr. Fulfill her wishes, dreams, and aspirations. She's young. Help her out. Come on.
I'm going to go make you the bagel that you want.
Okay.
And I'll be back.
All right. I shall wait with great anticipation. Oh, this is so much fun. You got to love this, kids. Mirko was saying egg and everything bagel. That's what's coming down the pipeline. Well, we're going to find out when Jen comes back, and we'll just see what's going on. Very exciting. Thank you all so much for being around with us and saying hi to Jen Jr., passing on your kindest wishes to her. She's been an all-star to help Auntie Jen out. Auntie Jen is just so thrilled that she's here. It has made a huge difference for Auntie Jen's recovery. 195 thumbs ups. Here they come, one after the other. Thank you, guys. 196. I mean, let's blow past 200 and show this kid what kind of thumbs up power we have here. Thank you all so much. Netflix $3.19.30 down $7. What a run on this thing, as low as $3.17. What a run on Netflix. Zed Estate, I'm number 189, mystery thumbs up here. Beach Boy 182 for the mystery bagel. There we go. They've been coming in, and we're into the 190s now. Thank you all so much. 197 is the thumbs up count. 3 away from 200. and hopefully we'll bust through that. The Dow's off 173, GameStop 1945 down 134. ATIP is at 45 cents a share, down 7/10 of a penny. Tesla is green again at 89-cent gain, 129.67. SoFi down just 8 cents at 5.48. SoFi is coming on. Apple down just 9 cents. It's coming back. HPQ down 47 cents to 27.06. Low of the day, $27. We'll see how it wants to perform. We've got Google up 17, Moderna down 3.50, Cisco down 13 cents, Pfizer down 1 penny, IBM up 70, Microsoft down 2.65. Over on ME, we're down 2 pennies. Rocket Lab down 26 at 4.91. We've got Matterport down 3.5. We've got SmartRent down a nickel. We have Spire down 7, and we've got Cyxtera up 3 cents. So there you go, a little mix there, but some green coming in with the Dow off 182. We're down 23 on S&P, NASDAQ down 71, and we have oil up 42 cents right now. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you for being here, and nice to have you here. Cindy B, Uncle Bruce, you should do a bagel poll. Triple G, mayo and anchovies. Hope you're hungry, buddy. Here we go. We're going to... We'll see. 1948 on GameStop down 132. The low today on GameStop was 19.21 a share, so 24 cents away from the low. So a little bounce up here, but we're definitely down on the day on the GameStop. We're down 182 on the Dow, 21 in S&P, 68 NASDAQ, oil up 40. All right. Let's see, watching for comments and everything. I see the market now down 216, another sell wave coming in, 1944 on GameStop. We're up a dime on Tesla, still hanging on. We're back to 548 on SoFi at the moment. Lots of activity and volatility in this market, no doubt about it. Greta Thunberg is saying, that young activist from, was it Norway? Absurd that we think all oil firms causing the climate crisis have its solution. I did read something the other day. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I saw an article last week about how in Iceland, there's a research firm that has built a working machine that it's powered by electricity that is generated from the thermal heat of the volcano thing. This is not uncommon in Iceland. Iceland is living off the thermal heat of the Earth's crust for its own thermal electricity usage. So there's a machine that is generating electricity from thermal energy that runs these fans that suck in the air from the atmosphere. The air goes through a membrane of some kind that they've built that separates carbon from the air. So when the air comes out the other side of the machine, there's no carbon dioxide in there. The carbon dioxide collects in the membrane. And every so often, I don't know how often, once a week, once a day, once a month, I don't know, the membranes are exchanged out and a new one is put in. And the membrane is then put in some kind of a solution of water and whatever. And the carbon is now released into some kind of liquid. And that liquid is pumped back down deep into the earth for storage down there. In other words, carbon is just re-injected back into the earth, 1,000 feet down, 800 feet down. And this is how you take carbon out of the air. So this machine is running 24/7, and they're trying to scale it up to a huge machine to haul in tons of carbon, like just tons and tons. And they're thinking about millions of these machines. What they're trying to figure out, though, is can they power the fans through solar panels? So you're not burning. You see, you don't want to burn fuel to make electricity to get the carbon out. You want to get the carbon out without burning any carbon to get it out. You see what I'm saying? So they're thinking about battery systems that would be charged up from solar panels. The power is stored in the batteries to then be used for the fans, to run the fans, to bring in the carbon, to separate it out, push out clean air, and then store carbon down below. It's a unique concept, and it's working in this particular experiment. It is working. The funny thing is, everything is in place. This is technology we've had forever. Fans, electric fans, very efficient. Membranes that can collect this, been around for a long, long time. To extract the carbon from the membranes and reuse them, no big deal. To inject the carbon deep down into the earth, pumps and pipes, nothing. To bring out the thermal energy to make electricity, no brainer. Using solar to make energy, no brainer. Windmills, no brainer. Interesting, isn't it? And of course, the planet is your oyster. I mean, you can set these up anywhere. Set them up in downtown Pittsburgh if you want. Put them on top of skyscrapers. Put them in your neighborhood somewhere. Put them on a farmer's field. I mean, carbon is in the air everywhere. And so, isn't that interesting? I wonder if enough of those, down the road, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, will your house 30 years from now have a system where you generate heat from whatever you're using, solar panels on your house, whatever, but on your house is a fan system that is absorbing the air and absorbing carbon, that every house in the neighborhood is doing it. And then the carbon is collected through a once a month, once a week, I don't know what system. I have no idea. I'm curious about that. I'm very in favor of that kind of technology that just people keep coming up with this. Scientists, I'm very pleased to see it. Anyway, there you go. Hope you don't mind me going that direction. I trust him, but I won't eat his bagels. JR, putting mayo on fish is just not appetizing in my view. Flint Creek, I think we should bet on an Uncle Bruce bagel. I'm voting scrambled egg with cheddar and ketchup. JR, we should have a bagel challenge. Uncle Bruce gets to eat the bagel, but most people vote for. That would be fun. Moonman Moo, eggplant and radish bagel. Bobby Atkinson, it's a bowl of oatmeal. Hector, let's see a company run with that technology. The Credit Savage. JR, mayo on fish is delicious if you coat it and then grill it or fry it in a pan. Get it crispy and add lime and salt. It's quite delicious, actually. Hector, carbon recapture, very interesting. Splayer. I've seen that when you put dough for bread into a pot, then you store it overnight in a little hole under the earth there in Iceland, then you dig the next day, an enjoyable bread. Oh, because of the heat, it bakes it. JR, the Credit Savage, yes, I use mayo that way, but I just slather on the bagel with anchovies. That's the Credit Savage. May I suggest smoked salmon, cream cheese, lox, and finely cut red onions with sea salt and capers. It's amazing. Christina, hey, everybody. I'm at work, but I wanted to fill you in, Uncle Bruce, all on what my moves were. Right on. DQ, he said my city. He said my city. Flint Creek, Pittsburgh. Had to give up bagels. I miss them. I have a friend who sells hot honey. If anyone is interested, he grows the peppers and milks the bees himself. Frog's Point honey, it will melt your face. Credit Savage. There's something about anchovies. I know a guy who owns a building and wants to live to 200 and eats only anchovies and black coffee for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He's 70. He looks like he's 40. Christina, I bought 200 of my shares for $19.46. I bought 300 for $19.76. I resold July 2023 $20 strike contracts, 5 contracts for $440. There you go. Hauled in $2,200 writing those contracts for July with a $20 strike. Nice going. Stocks at 1957. Nice job, Christina. Mirko, the problem with all these environmental friendly stuff is that the oil company doesn't make money with it, and they've got a big lobby, don't they? Yes, the old surfer, Uncle Bruce, was rolling up and buying stock or buying back. Should we be a little less aggressive with the stink bids and offers in order to capitalize on the fast-moving market? Thank you. You're the GOAT. when you get your buyback done, okay, that can be a stink buy. You immediately must write the next contract, and you need to find which one it is in advance. Don't be starting to search. Have it in mind. Keep an eye on it. And as soon as you buy some of these calls, write those calls. Yes. Flint Creek. Credit Savage. Yes. Flint Creek. Credit Savage. Is he an otter? Deuce Caboose. Fired my 3 most horrible clients. Raised my fees. Getting absurd less, but making more money. Life is good. Very good. JR, only one problem with carbon capture is that using anything as a fuel and energy source releases heat and carbon. Well, that's what we're talking about. That will still be in the equation. It would slow down the heating of the earth if CO2 is not acting as a blanket, but the problem is far from solved. DQ, Frog's Point Honey, the official face melter of stock markets with Bruce. Splair, exactly, because of the heat. That was exactly amazing to see it. Sell my house fast. Uncle Bruce, I just bought back an HPQ 29 call that expires in May for $1.19. I sold it 10 days ago for $2.24. I want to sell another one for $28, but I don't know if I should go out to August. This is a poor man expiring January 2024. So you hauled in $1.05 on this one call so far. What do you want to do now? There you have it. Now HPQ is 2704, and you're wondering, should you write a 28? So I have no problem with it. Figure it out. Extra money. Definitely out of the money. Okay. Time, you're not going to wait till August to do anything about it. You might trade this thing in the next 3-4 weeks. So there you go. Bobby, I'd like some Mad Honey right now. JR, face melting. Let's get Uncle Bruce to eat a face melting bagel. Let's get him to do that. How many thumbs ups we got here with all these snarky comments? 205. 205. Oh, come on, you guys. You can give me more than that. Who has been here for 22 months? Look at this. Moonman Moo is throwing up the knee emojis. Somebody made an announcement earlier today, and I missed it. And I'm sorry about this. Moonman Moo, I've been a member for 22 months. Best channel on YouTube. Thank you so much for that comment. That was done a while ago. I missed it because I don't see this page unless I click over to it. I'm usually on my StreamYard page live, trying to stay on top of everything because that's where I can keep an eye on things. But thank you, all of you who've been here so long with us. This is absolutely wonderful. This is January the 19th. We started taking on memberships March the 16th, 2021. Wow, has it been something? Thank you, everybody, very, very much. Wing Commander, quick break from my meeting, quickly looking at my options. Good thing I wrote further out. Someone on this channel gave me this advice. I'm looking at my options, and I'm smiling. Flint Creek, I can see my friend wondering how the hell his site went viral. DQ, 200 plus thumbs ups allows us some morning snark. I see. Well, someone's here with some morning something. We have a bagel. And we have something else with the bagel, and we're all waiting. Everyone's excited. People have been guessing what it's going to be.
What are the guesses?
Oh, what are the guesses? Oh, wow. Let me tell you here. Let me go back here a little bit. I'll tell you some of the guesses that have been done here. Let's take a look here. Moving forward. Egg and everything. People are giving thumbs ups for the mystery bagel. Mayo and anchovies. Someone said, I trust him, but I won't eat his bagels. Let's see. I think we should bet on the Uncle Bruce bagel. I'm voting scrambled egg with cheddar and ketchup, eggplant and radish bagel, a bowl of oatmeal.
Can you imagine if I brought you
a bowl of oatmeal? What can I say?
I'm gonna do that one day.
One day, may I suggest smokes?
A salad.
Yeah, may I suggest smoked salmon, cream cheese, lox, and finally fine red cut onions with sea salt and capers. It's amazing.
That's the bagel that I would want.
That's the one.
So yes, whoever that is.
See, so those are a lot of the guesses that came in here. So I think I'm up to speed.
Some of them were kind of right.
DQ says 200 plus thumbs ups. AJJ says DQ. DQ, my guess is a shrubbery. Shrubbery. Brian, I'm here, number 209. Thank you, Brian. Okay, well, here we are.
Big reveal.
Let's find out. HHA is angry. Jen Jr. Soup and a nap, says Richard. Alex 210. Good afternoon. Spam, 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 says John Gill. Splair, grape jelly is the bagel. Well, here it is right now. Woohoo!
It is scrambled eggs with ham
Look.
and a buttered bagel with sesame seeds.
Oh, and some
And some
ketchup on the
ketchup.
side, which we love. We just love this. All I need now is a fork.
Yes, I forgot a fork. I'll be right.
A fork is on the way. Thank you, Jen Jr. so much. Oh, this looks delicious. This is going to be absolutely fantabulous. Folks, I think you kind of got it. Although none of you nailed it exactly. Bagel Hand, says D.H. Ruda. Awesome, Jen Jr. You gotta love that toasted bagel with the sesame sprinkled on there. The scrambled eggs with ham chunks. Oh, baby. This is good stuff. We have 212 thumbs ups coming in as well. Thank you so much, Jen Jr. Got the fork.
Was that right? Was that the bagel in your dreams?
Oh, this is always the bagel in my dreams.
So.
This and bacon and scrambled egg can't go wrong. I mean, there's just no way. I mean, look at this. Oh,
Next time, bowl of oatmeal.
bowl of oatmeal with a dipping bagel.
Yeah. Well, I'm not to sound too excited about this new special power of mine, but I already know what you're gonna want tomorrow too. So stay tuned.
She already knows what I want tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Question.
Rock and roll. Thank you, Jen Jr. so much. Splair. Ooh. No grape jelly today. Bruce goes salty again instead of sweet. DQ. Forkless, awesome, Jen Jr. IR Aaron, taste the soup. Touch grass, homeless and healthy. Flint, I was so close. DQ, HHA, your dad gets paid to eat on camera. It's incredible. Gotta eat or I'm gonna die. We're down 205 on the Dow. There you go. You guys get paid to trade options. Not bad. You guys get paid to watch me. Not bad. 1925 on GameStop, down 154. Wow. Tesla down 14 cents. SoFi 540 down 15. Apple down 83. We are fluctuating all over the place here. All over the place. Oh my, this is so tasty. Oh yeah. Giddy up, folks. Welcome one, welcome all to the channel, the show, the bagel extravaganza. Bagel scrambled egg palooza. So good. Hope your breakfast is as good as mine. Thank you, everybody. Trying to watch this market. All kinds of activity going on here. Wild and wacky. Love it. This GameStop is near the low of the day. 1919, the low of the day. 1926 is where we are now. Oh boy. 213 thumbs ups. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all so much. Fantastic. Watching all kinds of stuff simultaneously here. Staying on top of this market for you guys. Apparently the Treasury began using extraordinary measures Thursday as debt limit reached, says Yellen. Here you go. The beginning of extraordinary measures to keep checks from bouncing from the American government to the rest of the world. Netflix back to 321, down 528. Brian, sorry I missed this morning. I'll go back later and watch. Did Bruce talk about the pump on oil? Everyone is saying it'll be the highest ever this year. Ha ha. DQ, here comes some buying. Rock and roll. We're at 134 negative on the Dow. That's an improvement. We're at 1931 on GameStop. A little improvement there for sure. Tesla plus 47. Okay. Got a lot going on, folks. Oh, this is so tasty. My goodness, this is wonderful. Breakfast with Uncle Bruce. How about that? Fabulous. Cheers, everybody. Coffee. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Fabulous. Tomorrow's Friday. Option expiry day, the third Friday of January. We are going to have volatility all day today and tomorrow. Watch out. It's going to be nuts. A ton of contracts going out tomorrow. And of course, when you have an option expiry day, you have rollovers. Some folks right here are doing rollovers because the option's expiring tomorrow. Institutional traders around the world are doing a ton of trading today because of tomorrow. The repositioning is being done. Stocks being exercised, options being exercised like crazy. Third Friday of the month, man. It is a hectic one. We're down 163 again on the Dow. Looks like we're backing off again. What can I tell you? Oh boy. Oil hanging on to $80, 80.05. Tesla went red again, down 8 cents. Mm. 217 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Woohoo! Down 173 on the Dow now. 1926 on GameStop, heading for a new low again. We're getting close to that low of the day. The low of the day, 1919. We're at 1923 right now. Heading for a new low. 1917, this is a new low. We just hit the new low of the day on GameStop. The Dow off 180. 1917 has been touched, and 1915 has even been touched on the GameStop so far. Those $19 calls are only 15, 20 cents in the money. 17s out there are only $2 in the money, $2.20. Down they come. We're down from $22 yesterday morning to $19.19. This is a $3 comeback here. $3 a share. That is affecting the deep in the money calls. That's affecting all the calls. The short-term calls been written. Here we go. Brian, this drop on GameStop, I'm going to try and roll my April 1625. So wish me luck. Exactly. Hopefully you can be able to do that. Maybe you can pull into 1750s, 18s, get a little closer to this market. It's coming to you. Get closer to it and try to get more money. Tesla down 87 now. It's dropping. $5.40 on SoFi. $5.40. Man. Oh, my. Okay, dude is saying 15s are looking good too. I'd say folding arms works like a charm. You are $3 a contract closer to the money now. Yes, that is in just 24 hours. Right on. Should be interesting to see the rhetoric coming out of Congress this next 2 weeks. The new speaker, what a mess. 1905 on GameStop. New low. The Dow off 191. 1903 is the low of the day now on GameStop. The Treasury talk is now dominating the market. Definitely dominating the market right now. Oh, my. 1905 on GameStop. Stock coming in. And the Dow's off 180. Looks like down 184. 26 on S&P, 96 on NASDAQ. Cindy, I sold 2 Tesla January 27 expiry, 130s this week for $746. They are looking good right now. I can imagine stock at 127.89 down 89 cents, and they expire next Friday. Yeah, they're losing some value. Giddy up. $19.03 on GameStop. We're at the low of the day right now. We're threatening to break 19. Here we are, 1902. Another lower low. 1 penny at a time. They're hitting the stink bits. 1903, 1902. They're going to hit the 1901. I saw 1898 already. We busted 19 already. That the stock couldn't hold $19. Fascinating. We're down 94 cents on Tesla. Now down 119 on Tesla. SoFi down 16 cents. Apple down 86 cents. HPQ down 61. Right on. There we go. Most interesting run so far here. Man, has this been great. Oh, gosh, that was a fantastic breakfast. Jen Jr. did a great job. You got to love it. Thank you all for waiting me out here. Down 213 on the Dow Jones now. We're approaching this low range for the Dow today. The low trade of 33,048 on the index. We're at 33,085. So we're only 40 points away from a low of the day. That is a nothing burger from here. GameStop at $19, trading already under 19 so far this morning. The low of the day was registered at 18.98 already. A volume on GameStop today, 1.47 million, very light. I mean, just no support at the moment. Selling is outpacing buying, and there's nothing going through here, nothing serious. This is, you divide that by 4, and we're talking very little action here. I mean, my gosh, very little action. Tim Jackson, thank you, Mr. T, for your donation on PayPal, buddy. And you are welcome, sir. Rock and roll, pal. Rock and roll. It was an interesting chat we had yesterday, wasn't it? Yes. ATIP 44.9, down 0.8 of a penny. Tesla 127.68, down 110. SoFi 540, down 16 cents. Apple down 80. HBQ is at 26.93, under 27 now on HBQ, down 60. Google is up 105. The thing I wanted to mention, by the way, I thought of this last night, and I forgot to mention it first thing this morning. We keep talking about rollovers. You have to understand one other thing, okay? By the way, 18.92 now on GameStop. We're dropping again. When you do a rollover, like the other day, I was trying to convince you guys to take your $15, $16, $17, $18, $19 GameStop contracts and try to write $1 or $2 or $3 higher by going out in time. A number of you were reacting to me, oh, I don't want to be 6 months out. I might not trade for a long, long time. And I'd say, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and do it. Take the money off the table. The thing I forgot to mention, that many of you, we all know this, but we forget to remember this. Shares drop a lot faster than they go up. And whether it's a one-day dip or a one-week dip, shares will violently drop faster than they climb their way back out. So when you do a rollover and you go from a $16, $17 call to an $18, $19 call or a $20 call, even if the shares are 21, 22 at the time, you're thinking to yourself, man, why am I doing this? Uncle Bruce, what are you doing to me? You're taking me from a $6 in the money call to a $4 in the money call. Like, geez, man. And you're making me go out there? I understand I'm bringing more money in. Okay, I get that. But then a day or two later, like today, we're at 18.96 a share, and you go, oh, that's why. Because the drop-off happens so fast and so far that a $4 out of the money call 2 days ago now is $1 in the money call, not a $4 in the money call. All of a sudden, these long-term calls you brought in big money for are falling off the table really quickly, because that's what happens on the sell-off. And there is no guarantee that 18.93, where we are right now on GameStop, is the low of the day. It could be 18.25. It could be $18 today. I don't know. We don't ever know. But a sell-off is a sell-off. The Dow's off 220 today, 691 yesterday, 390 the day before, or was it 611, whatever it was. We're now down 1,200 points on the Dow in 2.25 days. This is sudden. We didn't go up 1,200 points in 2 days last week or the week before last. We were grinding 100-point, 200-point days higher. That's all we were doing. Now we just, boom, lost 1,200 like that. And this is a nothing burger. We can go much more than this. So when you do a rollover, you have to remind yourself that, yeah, he's right. That's true. I can roll up in price, and when the market backs off fast, I'll be out of the money in no time. And in 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, I could be buying these calls back for half the price I just sold them for, because I wrote way at the high over here. Yeah, they're out 5-6 months, but when I buy those back, I'll now write 2-month contracts again, 3-month contracts again, at a lower strike price, whatever the market tells me to do. That's the thing to keep in your noggin, okay? Mr. T, Uncle Bruce, thank you again for making time for me on yesterday. I'm ready to rock, baby. Sent you a PayPal gift. Thank you, pal. It is appreciated as always. Not a lurker anymore. Love this drop on GameStop. My contracts are starting to turn green again. Woo-hoo-hoo. Glad I crossed my arms. Dude, the 816 1625s I wrote yesterday for 708 on a rollover, 708 from a $4 buyback already has come off $1, arms folded, and they're going to keep coming lower. Bama Babe, having fun on Google this morning. Rolo covered my 7 GameStop 21s today at a dime. I'm looking to write again. Oh, man. Amy, after last night's show, it hit me that writing further out actually helps you take advantage of the volatility. Yes. Coyote, check that BBBY volume. GameStop follows it. I'm telling you, says Coyote. $18.96 last trade on GameStop. The volume, 1.65 million. It's a nothing burger on volume today. Unbelievably quiet. Over on BBBY, it's down 25 cents to 368. Volume on that one, 17.2 million. Not even close. But then again, this stock is trading at what, 1/6 the price. So divide 17 million by 6, you get about less than 3 million shares. It's more than GameStop, but not a lot more. Interesting. Anyway, we are off 219 on the Dow. We are now sitting at, let me take a peek here, down 29 on S&P, and we're down 103 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is off 0.94, S&P 0.74, Dow's 0.65, okay? Do not think for a minute that GameStop will go to $22 this afternoon in 15 minutes. Not going to happen unless something absolutely extraordinary is going on. Nothing like that is in the cards. GameStop will be lucky to see $20. But if we drop into the 1850s, 1820s, we're not even going to see $20 right now. That means it's a drop off. And right here at 1908, 1880, yeah, this is a serious backing off just from 2 days ago. So there you have it. 231 drop on the Dow, still dropping. 1908 right now on GameStop. 1903 again on GameStop. Here we go. 127.37 on Tesla, down 141. 540 on SoFi, down 16 cents. Apple down 99. HBQ down 62. Anyway, there you have it. Coyote, no, Cindy, Uncle Bruce, you are so right. Selling way out does not keep you out of the game. But also, I just got a GameStop Jan 25 for $10.35 because they're backing off too. And you're buying more deep in the money calls to write again. Dude, Amy gets it. That's how I write. The further out you go, the more time is in your favor, as it turns out. You always keep the premium. Always. Rolo, thoughts on GameStop 20s for 217. Looking to get them at 2 in the next pop-up. You're looking to write them for $2 at the next pop-up. It's not enough money. $2 isn't enough cash. Write April's. Write May's. Bring in $4 or $5 and do the 20s. Get paid $5 if you can, and that way you're going to take yourself out at 25 if you were to be surprised exercised. Someone takes you out at 20, you're at a $5 premium, you just got taken out at 25. Plenty of room to buy back your stock for less money than that. Plenty of room to make more money. $2 not enough for your risk. You should be paid to do this handsomely, and that's not being paid handsomely. It's okay, but it's not great. JR. Here we go. JR, selling way out gives one a lot of time to remake moves and juice your premium. It's especially good if you can get good premiums out of the money. And if you can bring in $3, $4 a contract and write 10 of them, you can buy deep in the money calls. You can buy 2, 3, 4, 5 more of them and write on those immediately. The objective here is to build your deep in the money call inventory or your stock inventory to be able to write more contracts. Give yourself a pay raise every couple of weeks. This is the name of the game. In order to get out of a day job, in order to get rid of debt, in order to build asset value, grow your retirement, diversify your portfolio, you need cash to come in. Lots of it. You have lots of needs for it. Take advantage of the cash injection. Absolutely. Well, we'll see what happens. Such fun. Never a dull moment. We now have 220 thumbs ups. Thank you, all of you. We've been on for 2 hours and 8 minutes. Still 203 very interested viewers here. I hope you're learning a lot today. I hope you're taking advantage of this market today. It is just a recipe for success. But you gotta know your stuff. Take the classes. Start at number 1. Don't start at number 7. Start at number 1. Get into it. Take the damn course. It's for your benefit and it's for your knowledge, and it's just going to make you that much more aware of the whole market, not just one little part of the market. You've got to understand what everyone else is thinking. They're all against you. You are trying to make money from people who are trying to take it from you. You're taking it from them because you know more. You're smarter. You studied, and you're constantly absorbing more information. This is why you've got to get into it. Get into those classes. Class number 15 is coming down the highway here, and you've got to have the first 14 under your belt, or you're going to come into class 15 and go, what's he talking about? I don't understand this stuff. There's nothing worse than a newbie coming in, taking class 15 with the rest of the class and going, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't understand what he's saying, because he didn't watch the first 14 classes. You can't be wasting your time at class 15 if you haven't taken the first 14. It just doesn't make sense. Your professors at university will tell you the same thing. Your high school class teacher will tell you the same thing. Come in from the first day of school and work your way up to the present day. It doesn't take long. Watch a class a day. Watch a class every couple of days. In a couple of weeks, you've watched them all. You're up to speed. You're hanging out here, and you're way more knowledgeable of what's going on, and you'll understand what all these folks are talking about. You'll get it. You'll realize how much money they're making. That's the thing. A lot of people see this stuff and they don't know what it means as far as how much money is actually being generated here. It is phenomenal. So exciting. So exciting. Anyway, kids, we're down 220 on the Dow. GameStop 1911 right now. ATIP 44.9. Tesla 127.67 down 111. SoFi down 16 cents. Apple is down 64. HBQ down 55. Google holding the gain, 93.22 up 144. Moderna down 4.29. Cisco down 19. Pfizer unchanged. IBM up 60 cents. Microsoft down 3.43. ME down half a penny. Rocket Lab down 25 cents to 4.91. Matterport down 6.5 cents. SmartRent down 7.5. Spire down 5 cents. Sextera down 3. Amazon down 140. Home Depot down 9.50. Netflix down 2.41 to 3.23.92. Vanik Semiconductors down 3.20. Adobe up 4.76. Goldman down 18. Boeing down 2.50. Meta Platforms up 2.50 a share. AMC down 17. Ape shares up 4. Royal Caribbean down 136. Bed Bath Beyond down 32 to 361. Carvana down 60 cents, 638. Robinhood 914 down 17 cents. Fun. Watching everything else, guys. I'll catch you this afternoon at 3 o'clock. This is Thursday, January the 19th, 2023. I'll be on at 3 o'clock Eastern time as we close the final hour of trading today. And hopefully you guys are going to make it. Dude, Uncle Bruce, I'm good through to take class 15, right? I'm up to lessons 1 to 5 and 14. Oh my God, dude, just keep taking those classes. You got a couple of weeks yet to keep putting them in there. Splair, just in case, I'll have a successful trading day and a relaxed break. Deuce Caboose, I think the 23andMe Investor Relations Department died. I haven't heard a whisper from them in a year. I have no idea either what's going on there. 225 is the drop on the Dow. 1927 is the price of GameStop. So we've got some movement going on. Keep your eyes on all of that. Thank you all for your support, your kind words. For Jen Jr. and the channel and myself, thank you for being here. Catch me this afternoon at 3 o'clock for the last hour of trading as we close this session down and get ready for option expiry Friday tomorrow. Oh my God, the third Friday in the month. It's going to be nuts. We will have volatility all day today, all day tomorrow, and there's opportunities galore for you guys to take some serious money off the table here. John Anderson, thank you, everybody. Alex, talk of mandatory 2 days in the office per week in my company. I'm glad to quietly be building a new career path here. Giddy up, my friend. Bit by bit, you have got you're getting a foot out the door, and then you're going to get another half the foot out the door, and then the toe will be in the door. Yes, sir. This is the thing, my friend. You folks out there, so many of you are so close to being able to say, sayonara, day job. I'm going to do this instead, and I'm changing my life completely. Everything about it will be changed for the better. Exciting stuff. Okay, guys, thank you for your support and being here. I will catch you later today. Mr. T, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Make a bunch of money out there, you guys, and I'll see you at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And let's see how this market works. Bye for now, everybody.